Coronation Street viewers strongly believe that the repeated references to a long-deceased character suggest they may still be alive and could soon make a shocking return to Weatherfield. Speculation is growing that a supposedly dead figure from the ITV soap might make a comeback, as fans think they've picked up on subtle hints. The individual believed to be gone was killed off-screen several years ago and only became known to the audience within the last year. Becky Swain was the mother of teenager Becky Swain and the late wife of police officer Lisa Swain. Lisa has spoken several times about losing her partner while on duty, and more recently, she was confronted by these memories during a therapy session. The tragedy was brought up again earlier this year, particularly with the introduction of Maddie and Logan Radcliffe, who were later revealed to have a connection to Becky's death. Ongoing speculation surrounding Becky's fate, including the circumstances of her death and whispers of possible corruption before her passing, has helped keep the intrigue alive. The frequent references to her and the unresolved nature of her story have fans increasingly convinced that more revelations are on the way. With fresh spoilers hinting at a potential twist involving Lisa Swain's current partner Carla Connor, viewers are beginning to suspect that a major revelation might be on the horizon. Although many viewers firmly believe Becky truly died and think the speculation should be put to rest, others remain convinced she may have faked her death and gone underground. The theory resurfaced again after recent plot developments, with a growing number of fans now suggesting Becky could soon return to Weatherfield, very much alive. One fan took to social media to suggest, what if Carla digs deeper and uncovers that Becky not only turned rogue, but also faked her death? What if those park scenes are actually her preparing to tell Lisa the truth with the help of a private investigator? Another viewer commented, "It feels like something massive is building, but I could be way off. Could Becky, the supposedly deceased wife of DC Swain and mum to Betsy, actually still be alive? My wild theory is she went undercover as a crooked cop, got involved with dangerous criminals, faked her death to protect her family, entered witness protection, and BAM! She resurfaces." They added, "There's just too much chatter about a character we've never even seen. Feels suspicious, and she'd make a perfect enemy for Carla, which would definitely stir things up." Someone else chimed in with, "I also think it's odd that they keep bringing up someone we've never met. Very strange." Another fan, clearly conflicted, wrote, "The only thing that convinces me she must be dead is that there would have been a post-mortem under those circumstances. Surely Lisa had to identify the body or at least saw her at the funeral." One viewer added, "Classic soap stuff. If they don't die on camera, you can't trust that they're really gone." The theory kept gaining traction, with one fan recalling, "I don't remember exactly what sparked it, but before the football break, there was a Swarla conversation that made me think Becky's still alive." And another said simply, "Wouldn't shock me at all if Becky turned out to be alive after all." Coronation Street fans stunned by the age of Bernie actress as she marks milestone birthday. Coronation Street viewers were left stunned after learning the real age of Jane Hazelgrove, who portrays Bernie Winter on the ITV soap. Fans couldn't believe it when they found out how old the actress really is. Jane made her Corrie debut in 2019 as Bernie, the estranged mother of Gemma and Paul, and quickly became a fan favorite. Since arriving in Weatherfield, Bernie has taken on several powerful storylines, including the emotional arc in 2023, where her son Paul was diagnosed with motor neuron disease, a battle that ultimately ended in his heartbreaking death in September 2024, with Bernie by his side. Her life took another dramatic turn when her long-lost son, Kit Green, turned up unexpectedly last year. On the romantic front, Bernie's relationship with Dev Alahan has often been in the spotlight and has won over many fans. Before her time on the cobbles, Jane had an impressive TV career, appearing in Silent Witness, The Bill, and Doctors, and is especially remembered for her role as paramedic Kathleen Dixie Dixon in Casualty, a part she played from 2006 to 2016. What truly stunned fans recently was Jane Hazelgrove's latest birthday. The actress marked her 57th birthday on July 17th, prompting one fan to post in a Coronation Street Facebook group, wishing Jane a very happy 57th birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. The news quickly sparked a wave of admiration, with fans raving about how incredible she looks for her age. One person wrote in disbelief, "No way, she definitely doesn't look 57. Another added, "That was my exact thought." Agreeing with the sentiment, a fourth fan commented, "She's a brilliant actress and looks fantastic, don't you think?" Off-screen, Jane enjoys a happy personal life with her longtime partner and fellow soap star Isabel Middleton. The couple tied the knot back in 2015 and have been together for more than 28 years. Isabel, a talented actress in her own right, has built an impressive resume on British television. She's played 3 separate roles on Emmerdale over the years, appearing as Dr. Lane in 2014, a barrister during Simon McManus's trial in 2018, and Jean Rawson in 2020. But her soap experience extends beyond Emmerdale. She also portrayed Sadie Banks in EastEnders in 2002. Isabel's acting credits go beyond TV, too. She even appeared in the 2009 film Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Debbie's explosive confrontation stuns Coronation Street resident in dramatic new clip. Ryan Connor begins to grow uneasy in upcoming Coronation Street episodes as Debbie Webster's temper flares during a tense moment at work. Debbie, a well-known character on the cobbles, was diagnosed with dementia earlier this year. For a long time, her only confidant was her brother Carl Webster, as she insisted on keeping the condition private and believed she could manage without outside help. This changed in June, when she suddenly collapsed at Speed Dahl in front of family and friends, prompting immediate concern and calls for medical attention. Debbie, however, declined the offer, calmly revealing that she already understood her condition. Refusing to let the diagnosis take control of her life, Debbie has carried on working at her hotels, but in upcoming scenes, Ryan begins to question whether continuing to work is truly in her best interest. In a newly released clip, Debbie and Ryan are manning the front desk when they encounter an irate guest. The woman complains she couldn't sleep due to her allergies, blaming the hotel. As the guest begins filming the encounter on her phone, Debbie doesn't hold back. She stares into the camera and firmly explains that the hotel uses hypoallergenic bedding, and she can't be expected to influence the pollen levels outside. With little sympathy in her tone, Debbie walks away, leaving Ryan visibly troubled by the situation. In the aftermath, Ryan takes charge, offering an apology to the guest and successfully convincing her to delete the footage of Debbie's reaction. In an unexpected moment, Debbie suddenly grabs Ryan and plants a kiss on his lips, a gesture she sees as a heartfelt thank you. She appears unaware that her actions might be seen as inappropriate. Ryan is left stunned by the kiss, but quickly considers that both her earlier outburst and the impulsive gesture could be symptoms linked to her dementia. He later opens up to Ronnie, sharing what happened and expressing his growing concern for Debbie's well-being. Ronnie is alarmed by Ryan's account and becomes seriously worried. Soon after, Debbie becomes frustrated with Ryan, who tries to reassure her that he acted out of genuine care and friendship. He reminds her that another assistant manager might not have responded with the same level of patience and compassion. But will Debbie take his words to heart and understand his good intentions? Coronation Street continues on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streaming on ITVX.